Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So today we're going to go ahead and look at another one of these brand new EZAs that is coming to Dokkan. Now, as of right now, we know this Piccolo is going to EZA from an Extreme Z area. I may have taken another massive L, because if they're going to make Extreme Z areas for summon units, that's not great. That's not good. I think the Extreme Z area is fine when it's free-to-play units like it was the last two, but summon units, you know, they probably could have just given us, like, the Father-Son Gallican EZA, or the EZA where they EZA'd, like, you know, the Metal Cooler movie Super Saiyan Goku and Nova Shenron and all that. But, whew, man, Dokkan. You know, here's the thing. Even if they do go through with this, and it's like, you know, it's an EZA just like what we've had before, right? So, basically, we would have, okay, one thing I gotta remind myself, does Future Gohan have experienced fighters? I just have to quickly double check. Yes, he does. Okay. Because, okay, so this Piccolo is a bit of an odd unit. We did get him in the 7th slot, which is unfortunate, but it's not too bad because we do have, I mean, basically his best rotation turn 1, so that's going to be pretty good. I intentionally, by the way, did not bring a Trunks to this team, and I guess here's another one of my L's, right, is, because Gohan transforms without the active skill when Trunks is on the team, wow, 2.2 million, damn. What you want to do is you really want to, okay, so, like, this video is not based around Future Gohan, right? So, I much prefer using him as a support-type unit. So, what I'm going to be doing instead here is I did not bring a Trunks intentionally because I did not want Future Gohan to transform, where he loses his support-type ability, where he could have used that to buff Piccolo, right? So, like, that's kind of the thing, whereas, like, the new Cooler, the thing about him is that we have no such issue like that, right? It has an active skill, so you can choose if you want to transform or not. So if I'm doing a video based around a unit that's on Cooler's category from now on, I, you know, can just be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to transform a Cooler because I want a support type passive to showcase this other unit. So that's one thing that's very helpful, whereas, you know, here for Future Gohan, you know, you don't really have a choice. I guess, here's the thing. If they're going to continue this trend, because Future Gohan and Cooler are very, very similar. If they're going to continue this trend, I think it would be a good idea if they were active skill transformation characters, since, like, there is a real, like decision there. Like, you know, Future Gohan and Cooler are both much stronger after they transform, no doubt about it. But there are, like, some minor pros and cons, like some minor cons there, right? Like, again, the loss of the support type ability. So it's just something important to keep in mind. Oh, wow, this is a buzzkill. Yeah, it is. Okay. So Goku has this very small sliver of health right here. So we're not going to be able to have our boy Vegeta super first. What is Piccolo's defense, by the way? 100k is pretty good. So Piccolo's giving all allies 77% defense. Because we're on a Master and Student Bond team, Piccolo's going to auto super, which is good, because Piccolo does not have shocking speed. He does have Shattering the Limit, so, you know, that'll work good with, like, this blue Vegeta, who I think is a really good unit to run here, but, you know, that's something that could hurt him or hurt units around him. Like, you know, look at Future Gohan right here, and how low he is on Ki, right? I gotta make sure to give him all these tech orbs right here. This will be, or I could just do this right here. So let's see what damage Piccolo does. Piccolo, oh, wow, well, that's pretty damn good. Well, hold on. Could you make a case that this Piccolo is better on this team than the Dokkan Fest one? Let me wait a second before saying that, because, okay, so Dokkan Fest Piccolo will have better links for the team, I think. Well, it's pretty similar. They have almost the same links. It's very, very close, right? Dokkan Fest Piccolo does show you where super attacks are, which, like, really is an incredibly valuable ability, especially if, like, we're in a difficult event. Being able to see where super attacks are, that's, like, it helps out. Like, you'd think it's like, yeah, it's nice to know, but it's not that big of a deal. No. Like going to the Legendary Goku event with Dokkan Fest Piccolo is a breeze, because one of the reasons it's so hard is that STR and Int UI Gokus super attack at random. Because they attack like 15 times per turn and spread it out pretty much evenly most of the time across all 3 spots, like, you can never tell where UI Goku's going to super attack at all. It's completely random. So having that knowledge of where he's going to super attack so you can avoid it is just, it's so good. Okay, so we have his basically best rotation again. We'll be able to get a slightly higher number right here because Vegeta can super attack first, so that'll be good. I'll want Piccolo super attack, and then after this I'm probably going to try and move some of these support type units off the rotation so we can see what Piccolo's like normal damage number is. But like already, I think this Piccolo is going to be outstanding on this team, actually. I like this guy a lot better than the Goku. I wasn't really too impressed with 1.97, and he gives 77% defense to the whole rotation? Dude, he's really good. Whoa. This Piccolo is solid, man. You know why? It's because he's got stuff like the First Awaken, 25% attack link, Prodigy's 10% attack link, Experienced Fighters 10% attack link. Like, that adds up. That's very helpful. And he is getting Prodigies from Blue Vegeta, and he's getting Experienced Fighters from Gohan. I don't believe we have a First Awakened unit on the team, though. Okay, so I want to start floating, like, you know, that Gohan or something like that, because let's see what our boy Piccolo is capable of doing when we don't have him, like, just dripping in support-type units, right? That'll be good. That is one thing I like when kind of like you know, examining my own like showcases and stuff like that. I think that's maybe one mistake I make, is that like the whole time through the video, it's just the unit is just filled with support all over the place. Like, let me try and get a rotation where we see him where he doesn't really have a lot of support to see what kind of like his baseline number is. So like that would be a much better example of a number he would hit on like Super Battle Road, for example, right? Because you're not going to have a ton of support type units in Super Battle Road. You're going to be like stocked up heavy on defensive units. That's what you want to go with for Super Battle Road. So that is very good. Okay, so, well, I mean, this is still going to be decent because Physical Future Gohan here, he has Experienced Fighters, so that's going to be good for Piccolo. Like, Piccolo's going to continue to look good. Now, the one thing about Piccolo, he's on 3 category teams, right? The Namekian team, the Rival team, and the Master and Student Bond team. Now, the Namekian team, you can't use it because Dokkan Fest Piccolo is on that team. And here's the thing. If you can transform with Dokkan Fest Piccolo, he's like borderline like the best TUR in the game when he transforms. It's just it's just something that like never happens. Like, so it's like I don't even really think of him in the discussion for best TUR. But when you look at what he's capable of doing after he transforms, there's not a lot of units that can do what he could do offensively and defensively. I mean, he just does everything. He shows you super attacks, he heals, he has crits in his passive, he stuns, he raises attack, he has attack and defense, he has damage reduction. Like, it's just, Piccolo literally does everything. Like, he is the unit in the game that does, like, the most. Like, when I say the most, I mean, like, he has the most different things that he does, right? Like, again, showing you super attacks, damage reduction, attack and offensive buff, crit chance, greatly raised attack on super attacks, stun chance, all of that. It just leads to him being very, very powerful once you transform with him, right? And then, you know, the Rival team, same thing. That's basically the same team. The Namekian and Rival is basically the same team. You're just going to be using Dokkan Fest Piccolo in those teams. So this Piccolo, the one we're looking at today, you know, part of his passive is he gets 1 key and 20% attack per Master and Student Bond category ally on the team. So he is designed to be used on this team. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, he seems exceptional to me because 77% defense to the entire rotation is very strong. And then he's hitting, like, easily, like, above a 1 million attack stat. And, like, you know, if we do have future Gohan around, I mean, if you're running this team, you're going to have 2 future Gohans on the team. So it's not that big of a stretch that, like, we have, you know, that type of support there. Okay, so let me go ahead and heal to make sure that we do not die here. I want to make sure to not give Gohan all of these orbs, because Gohan will destroy this Goku. And again, I kind of wanted to cycle Blue Vegeta off right here, because I want to see what our boy will do, like, without support. So the next rotation probably will be the last one we'll look at here. Piccolo, you know, without having any support on the rotation. He will have, I believe, transforming Blue Vegeta is going to have prodigies, right? I can't remember. I remember a lot of the links for a lot of the units off the top of my head, but, like, some of it, like, there's no way I can remember every single link that transforming Vegeta has. Yeah, he does have prodigies in every single one of his forms. Okay. So, we are going to have prodigies active. That'll be his only attack link. And then, of course, he is still going to have his maximum attack buff, which is, what, 20 times 7? So, what is it, 140%? That Piccolo is going to have attack from the Master and Student Bond category. So, that's pretty good. I'm quite thoroughly impressed with him. They did a very good job. Oh, wait. Wait, no, I'm dumb. He's going to have Future Gohan on the rotation. Whatever. Whoops. Sure, let's give this to Vegeta. Let's give Vegeta one of these nice big super attacks. I don't want to super with the rest of these, and this next rotation will be the last one that we'll take a look at from Piccolo, see what number he gets to. But I think this is going to be a very strong option for a lot of players here on this Master and Student Bond team. If you are someone who is able to pull Future Gohan, this Piccolo is really good to run on that team. Very good. Because, again, if you're running him on the Master and Student Bond team and you have nearly a full Master and Student Bond team, you know, maybe you got like 1 or 2 Hybrid Saiyans in there, Piccolo's still going to be at like around a 1 million attack stat. Like, let's say you take 2 Master Student Bond category allies off the team, Piccolo's still going to be at 100% attack and then 77% defense the whole rotation, and he's still going to be giving himself 5P from his passive, so he will still be auto super attacking. So, you know, he's going to work great here. Is he better than Dokkan Fest Piccolo? You probably can't say that, because I feel like Dokkan Fest Piccolo, off the top of my head, I can't remember what his attack stat is. I feel like, is he... Nah, he's usually around I want to say he's usually around 1 million, Dokkan Fest Piccolo, because before he transforms, he has 100% attack and defense, and he shows you super attacks, and he stacks defense. It's hard to say. In a short event, like a Dokkan Fest event, you maybe could say that this Piccolo would be better to run than like Dokkan Fest Piccolo, like if you're just going through a Dokkan event. But if you're going through something like the Legendary Goku event or something like that, Dokkan Fest Piccolo will be better, obviously. And the reason I'm saying this too, by the way, is because remember, like I'm under the assumption that Piccolo is not able to transform, right? That's the key thing. I'm talking about Dokkan Fest Piccolo who cannot transform. And yeah, again, I'm going through this category, and there's no other Namekians on here that are able to transform. It's just all Piccolo units, right? Like maybe if like Majunior was on here or something like that. But I mean, Majunior, that's from before Gohan was even born, so Majunior's never going to be a part of the Master and Tsunabon category. So I don't know. It's going to take me more to say that, but like I do kind of feel like on this team, this EZA Piccolo might be better than Dokkan Fest Piccolo. It just depends on what you're looking for, right? I guess the Dokkan Fest Piccolo will be a little bit better at reducing damage on himself, whereas this Piccolo is going to give like better defense to the whole rotation, and I do think he is going to hit a little bit harder on average on this team, right? So, honestly, they did an outstanding job with this Piccolo. Like, Piccolo, you know, went from a unit that had like no love in the game whatsoever. Even though he's got an LR, he has by far the worst LR in the game, an LR Piccolo. But you know, he got AGO Piccolo, the EZA unit, who's pretty good. Now we have Dokkan Fest Piccolo, who again, after he transforms, he's one of the top units in the game. He's literally LR level. And then now we have this EZA Piccolo, who's very good. So Dokkan is doing a really good job with giving us good units for characters that didn't have good units before, right? So hopefully, especially on Cooler's new category team, where there's just a million units that are underrepresented in the game, you know, Raditz, Nappa, Deborah, you know, characters like that, you know, Dr. Giro, who potentially could get better cards and better characters for that team. So it's going to be interesting to see. But here was Piccolo. I was thoroughly impressed. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.